Record computer. All right, before we get started in our call with Miss Jen Hayes, I wanted to go over a few things really quickly. Today is the 18th of April, which means we have literally, 12 days left of the month. And we have an awesome challenge pack with the all access for the backpack will be a prize that you win if you hit Success Club, and just a little perk, no big deal, but it is kind of fun. And basically, follow up with everybody you've ever talked to. Like, write a list of everybody you've ever talked to, go over, whatever their objections were in the past, and this price is not an objection anymore really so much. So invite, follow up. Second thing is online training. So I noticed, sometimes we are confused at where some of our documents are in our online office. Know that you have everything at your fingertips in your online office under news and training, and know that there's a bazillion different tools and trainings and access to build your business. Also, our founding coach, Charlene Bucher, has created a new website for our team training that is really cool. It actually, I'll post it in the team page, but it's basically step 1, step 2, step 3, follow all the way through, and it gives you like a percentage of how much you've gone through the training. It's really, really cool. We've done several of the videos. I don't know. It's a lot. I don't know. I won't say it's better than what we've got, but I feel like it's kind of moving in the right direction having the website. So I'll post that in the team page for your new coaches, and if you want to go through it too, that would be awesome. And lastly, Summit. All right. Summit is 3 months away, and it's not too late to get a ticket. It's not too late to go. It's not too late to get a room. And I'm going to be hosting a team get together. I'm leaning towards the Wednesday evening before everything hits the fan, right? Because once Thursday happens, it's like boom, 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 bam. So if you can get in on Wednesday at some point, that would be great. It would be like just us bonding. I'm talking with Erica and Zoe, who are familiar with New Orleans and would know good venues. So I want to book like a room or some restaurant and have lots of food and drinks, and just like us just hang out and bond and get to know each other on a personal one-on-one level. So if you can get in on Wednesday, that would be awesome. But I'm super excited about Summit. We're going to blink and it's going to be there. So you guys try to make it a point to go. It's going to change everything for your business. So I think that's all I have. So Jen, without further ado, do your thing. Oh, no. I'm sorry. One more thing. I'm sorry. The one-on-one calls. I created an Acuity scheduling for the next 4 weeks. If you want to do a schedule, a one-on-one call, I'm going to do them Tuesdays from 11 to 12 and 7 to right up to where this team call is. And I had one with Amanda and Linda today, and I feel like they went well. I feel like, it's just good to talk one-on-one. So if you want to do one, don't feel like you can't do it. Obviously, there are prerequisites because you can't talk to every single person, one-on-one all the time. So you do have to be active. You do have to have Success Club points the prior month. You don't have to hit Success Club. You just have to have 2 points. And then what else? Oh, you have to fill out your business activity tracker and have that for the call. And that's it. I'm sorry.
You're fine. I think everyone knows who I am. If not, I'm Jen Hayes. I've been a coach for about almost 3 years now. Next month, it'll be 3 years. I'm a diamond coach, and so I've been doing this for a while. I've had a lot of trial and error on my own when it comes to social media. So over the years, I've really kind of learned what works and what doesn't work. So, and then recently I started, we're in like the kickoff, like the prep month right now for a new training that I'm about to do in May. But leading up into that training, we have some homework that we're doing. So we're doing all these seminars and I've been learning a lot in there as well. And then just through some other trainings that I've done in the past, I've learned a lot. I've done a lot of research on my own. I love personal development. There are times that I need certain personal development, but for me, I'm just like, I like to absorb information like a sponge. I like to learn how to do things better than I'm already doing. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos and stuff. And over the last couple of months, I started watching a lot on how to, because, you know, I love to cook. And so for me, social media, and this, I mean, we'll talk about this a little bit later, but for me, I take a lot of food pictures, but my food pictures were always really dark and all that kind of stuff. So I started watching some videos, and I'm going to share, I'll talk about this a little bit, but I'll share links to some of the videos that I watched that have really helped my pictures like stand out. But first I just wanted to talk, so like just in terms of social media, I mean, obviously we all know like whether it's a personal page or a like page, I mean, that's your storefront. I mean, it really, truly is your storefront. Like people see what you post, they watch what you post, and if you're posting too much about Beachbody or not enough about Beachbody, it really can affect your business in either a positive or negative way. So tonight I just want to go over some kind of best practices, tips, things that I've learned throughout the years, what's worked for me, hasn't worked for me, and hopefully, and then I also actually pulled something out from the training actually that I just did this last week. I thought it would be a great thing to share with you guys. So, and I'll even have like a handout that I can post in the group. So, so first of all, obviously, like I just was saying, like your page is your storefront. So what I would recommend doing is really with a critical eye, go to what, like I said, your personal page, like page, both. Really take a critical eye and look at your page from like, think about it, looking at it from an outsider's perspective. Like what does your cover photo look like? You know, is it something inspirational? Is it a picture of you, maybe like a collage of you working out, something with your kids, if you have kids, or just something personal about you. And then you can incorporate fitness into that as well, but just make sure it's reflecting you in your life and who you are, like who you truly are. And then this same thing with your profile picture. It should always be a picture of you, because if somebody comes to your page, yeah, pictures of your kids are cute and all. And I could even see maybe if it's a picture of you with your kid, maybe, but they're going to come to your page. And if it's somebody that you don't know, they're not going to know who you are. They're going to know nothing about you. If it's something that you recently connected with, or maybe something that you're reconnecting with from a long time ago, you know, they're not going to know you. And so make sure that your profile picture is always a picture of your face, not a picture of Shaun T, not a picture of Tony Horton, picture of you. Because it's your, you know, you like what we all need to do is really build our personal brand versus being an extension of Beachbody. And I can talk about that a little bit too. So, but while you're looking through your page, like obviously look at your cover picture, look at your profile picture, but look through like your actual content, like, and you can delete stuff. If you need to delete it, but have you posted stuff that's maybe negative? And it's okay if you're struggling with something and you post that, that's totally fine. But you always want to put a positive spin on it. Like, I'm trying to think, I did a post the other day. Maybe it was even yesterday. I was like, you know, I worked out and it sucked. Like I was struggling yesterday. I don't know what my problem was. I am sore today. I could barely walk. I could barely sit. My butt hurt so bad. But like, I struggled through this workout, but at the end I said, you know what? Yeah. Did that workout suck? Yes. But you know what? I know in the end I'm better for it. I pushed through, I finished it, you know, become like Natalie talks about this all the time, but be that light. Like it's okay to talk about your struggles. That actually connects with people to talk about your struggles, but you have to do it in a way where at the very end of it, you're putting a personal spin on it. Like maybe you had a really bad day, but you know what? It's just one day. Like however you want to structure. I don't want to tell you what to post, but you know, always have a positive spin at the end. So it's either like a lesson that you've learned, or, and I don't know if you guys listened to Shalene on the Wake Up Call a couple weeks ago, but some of the stuff she talked about as well. Also, when you're going through your feed, look for things that maybe other people have tagged you in. Like for instance, I was tagged last week in a post about Jennifer. It's National Jennifer Day or something like that. And yeah, it's cute and all, and I liked it. But then, you know what? I went in there, and you can actually go in, and you don't have to untag yourself and make the person feel bad, because they'll see maybe that you untagged yourself, but just hide it from your timeline. Like it doesn't need to be on there. People don't need to see that. It says nothing about you. You didn't even post it. Obviously, people like my sister-in-law tagged me in family pictures from Easter the other day. I'm going to keep that up. It's my family. But if it's stuff like, you know, people tagging you random stuff. I had people tagging me in like other direct sales, like an MLM company. I don't untag myself from it, but I always hide it from my page because that's not me. Like people were starting to think I was selling Rodan and Fields. I'm like, no, I'm not selling Rodan and Fields. Just because I said that they could tag me in one post, and then she tagged me in every single post she ever did. So anyway, but look for that stuff. If you play Candy Crush, I am not going to fault you for that because I love me some Candy Crush, but you don't need to be like having all the Candy Crush, inviting here, post here, like that stuff. Like you can hide all that stuff, or you don't even have to post that stuff, but you don't want that clogging up your feed. If you're like solving some mystery on some game, like people don't want to see that. Like they're going to go to your page and they're going to scroll through all your stuff, and all they're going to see is a bunch of game stuff. Like get rid of that stuff. That has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with your brand. It just doesn't belong on there. Not if you're really truly trying to build a business and keep your page as your storefront. Another thing, like I was talking about earlier with images, like pictures. So what I started doing about a year and a half ago is I really try not to just share like either quotes that I found on Google or, pictures, like hand pictures, like stock photos from Beachbody with like Shanti, or a picture of a workout program. Like that comes from Beachbody. I'm not talking about taking a picture of your program, but like, you know what I mean? Like sharing stuff that's not original and not yours. It's just, 9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to get a lot of traction. You're not going to get a lot of likes on it. Maybe some of the inspirational pictures. Yeah. But what I like to do is I take those quotes, I'll go on Google and I'll search for those pictures, but then I will make them my own. So I'll either put text over my own picture, or I will just like, I've actually started, like, I just launched, you don't have to do this, but I just launched a website as part of this training that I'm doing. And my like page, everything is branded in the same colors. It's like pinks and purples and grays and whites. And so whenever I post pictures, I'm really trying, now that I have this website and it's all starting to come together, I'm really trying to brand it so that if you see one of my pictures, you're going to know it's coming from me because it's got the same color purple, the same color pink or gray or white. Like it's always going to be uniform so that when people are scrolling, it's just easier on the eyes to people when they're scrolling through your feed, that everything kind of looks uniform, and it doesn't have to be the same exact, like maybe a picture on the top, the bar at the bottom. You can mix it up, but just having the color palette kind of flow, I think it's easier on the eyes and it's more engaging and people will be scrolling through your stuff more. So really trying to like brand your pictures, whether, like I said, whether it be like inspirational quotes or pictures of you, but taking those quotes and putting them over yourself, just making it more personal, making it more like branded for you and your business. And then what else? And then just when it comes to like stock Beachbody pictures, like, Shalene talked about this on her call a couple weeks ago, like posting pictures of Beachbody and don't shoot the messenger, but I have been really trying not to post about price anymore. Like even with the All Access Challenge Pack, I'm not posting that it's $160 because I feel like it's almost taking away the value of what it is. Like I would rather, and I'll get into this too, but creating value in your posts, like I would rather build up the value of what the challenge pack is, what they're going to get, and what they're going to get in your challenge group. They're going to get workout, like access to however many workout programs. They're going to have full like nutrition. They're going to have accountability. They're going to have you as a coach, all the stuff that they're going to get. And then maybe the bonus stuff that you add in. I'm actually working on adding some more stuff to my challenge groups. Like, I developed this, you don't have to do this, whatever it is that you want to provide for your people, but a spreadsheet that I actually use to track all my containers that tallies everything up. I'm going to start sharing that with everyone who joins my group. I started doing one-on-one calls with all of my new challengers so that when they come on, I have a 15 to 30-minute call with them. I'm going through like what they can expect, answering any questions they have. But I'm talking about that now in my social media and when I'm talking about the group. So people are going to see all this value that they're going to get. You're going to create that interest in your post without being like, it's $160, because if they don't know what they're going to get, like $160 is still going to seem like a lot of money. They're getting 30 meals. Like there's a lot of value. And I feel like when we promote by price, which is one reason why I'm actually glad that Beachbody, at first I was like, they're taking away the sale prices. Like I freaked out. And now I'm like, you know what? It just makes so much more sense because we offer so much more value. And if you're promoting and talking about the value of what people are going to get and in your posts, and then, I don't know, I just feel like people are going to be more interested, and you can talk about price once you start talking to them personally. So in creating value, that's kind of my next thing. So you guys are probably getting beat over the head with this, I'm sure, but live video, you guys, like, has changed the game in so many ways. And while you may not, like, when I'm on live, it looks like I only have like 1 or 2 people watching, but by the time I get done, I'm like, oh, I had 30 views. Like, I had no idea how many people were on when I was watching. And then after the live video, the way the Facebook algorithms work, like, they're making that come up higher in the feed. So people are going to be seeing that stuff more. So even if they didn't see you when they're live, they're going to see you and like see those videos more often. It's going to show up in their feed. And it's just, the live video it's so much more personal. People can really get to know who you are. When we're talking about building your brand, like, I mean, it really allows them to see who you are, what your personality is like, and you don't have to be an expert. Like, when you're on live video, like, you can be talking about, like Natalie talked about Stouffer's a couple weeks ago, just products that you maybe tried. Like, I'm going to do one soon. A couple months back, I posted a picture of this like face cream that I was going to start using that I bought off QVC, and I had people like asking about it. Well, I had just recently finished that first bottle. I bought another one. Now I tried this new makeup. So I want to go on and just show people what I'm using and tell them how much I love it. Like, because you sharing other products too that aren't Beachbody also lets people know that you're sharing things that you love, and Beachbody just happens to be one of those things that you love. So I think it creates almost more trust with people, because they're seeing that, oh wow, like, she's telling me about the Stouffer's meal that she loves, or this recipe that she loves, or this face cream that she loves, or this football team that he loves, whatever it is. Like, you're talking about the things that you're passionate about. And I think that's, it makes a bigger connection with people, and people really start to get to know you and like you and trust you. So live video, seriously guys, like, I mean, you can do recipes live, you can cook, you can like just show pictures of what you made, your meal prep, your workouts, like whatever. Like, I mean, it really doesn't matter. People are going to watch whatever. It's like, I don't want to say a train wreck because it's not bad, but like, people will watch a train wreck, they just like to see things live, I think. I don't know. It's, and then like continuing to create value. Like, if you try a recipe that you loved, you can take a picture of it and post what it was. Or, I mean, you don't even have to do that. Like, sharing, I use Beachbody Blog a lot, and I will literally take a screenshot of the picture, because you can't like download it from the website anymore. They're trying to trick us out. So I just take a screenshot of it, and then I upload it right as as an image, and then I will just copy the recipe, plug it in my post, and then post that. I'll put a little bit of an introduction on top, but you don't have to constantly be creating all the content. You can take from other places, and because it's Beachbody, like, they're not going to come and get us. And even if you do, like, if you have maybe a favorite like health food blog or something that you love, sharing other people's content is another great way. I mean, you're sharing, just because you're sharing other people's content doesn't mean it's not, it's still coming from you. People are still going to be like, oh wow, she shared this great recipe, I got to try that. It's just building that trust, creating that value for people. You can talk about fitness tips if the fitness part of it is something that you're really passionate about. Maybe like talking about proper form when you're doing a push-up or whatever. Like, again, you can go to Beachbody Blog, and they have all these fitness tips. You can just like read one of their posts and then regurgitate it on a live video, or regurgitate it in a post. Like, it doesn't have to be original content all the time. If you're reading a personal development book and something stands out to you, talk about it in a post. Tell about how it changed your life. Talk about it in a live video. I mean, however you want to get that message across, do it. But just take things from like your everyday life and use that to create value with other people. But I find that actually, you would think people wouldn't be interested in the personal development, but I've had a lot of traction on anything that I've posted that's personal development related. So what else? Obviously, we always talk about posting 3 to 5 times a day. That's just because you want, obviously, show you that you're being consistent. You want to keep being relevant in people's feed. If they're seeing more of you, they're going to be more likely to be following you and what you're doing. But they don't all have to be about Beachbody. I think the rule of thumb is like 20% of your post should be Beachbody, and then the rest should be other stuff. So, and it doesn't even have to be like 22-minute hardcore, blah, 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 as your Beachbody post. It could be like, hey, I got my workout in today. You don't even have to mention like what program you're doing. or like whatever, or maybe something you use in your containers or something with Shakeology, or none of those things. Maybe it's just a lifestyle type fitness post that you're doing. That's all who we are as coaches. It could be a personal development post. It could be a team call post, like whatever. Coaching, trying to talk more about the coaching opportunity is good also, which I don't do enough of, I don't think. And then you can talk, like I said, lifestyle posts in terms of like, do you have kids? Like, are you, whatever, like whatever your life is, like, what are you doing on a daily basis? I personally am a mom, I have kids, so that's something that I post a lot about. And then, just normal everyday life stuff. But what the biggest thing that I want to talk to you tonight, you guys may have heard about avatars. And if you don't know what an avatar is, basically it's who your target audience is. And I think knowing who your avatar is going to really, really help you figure out not only like what to post, but like who you're talking to. Because if you have a picture of somebody in your head of who you're speaking to, it's going to help you really you can sit there and brainstorm different things that you can talk about, to that specific person. So I did an avatar training last night, and I got a sheet that I want to share with you guys. So I can kind of walk you through how to kind of hone in on who your avatar is and how you can start talking to them. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. I guess desktop, do I hit, Natalie? Can you see that? Yes? Okay. So basically what you'll want to do first, as you can see on the left-hand side, is really, well, actually I would start here. Start with who your avatar is. You can name them when you're done. Don't even worry about that yet. But how old are they? And I wouldn't say like, oh, they're 25. No, I mean, I would put a range in there. Like typically for me, I'm usually talking to, if I take a look at who your customers have been in the past, who seems to be attracted to you, who seems to be commenting on your posts the most, that's probably the age bracket you want to stay in. So for me, it would be probably, I would say anywhere from 25 to 30 up to 45 are typically like my customers and the people who engage with me the most. But, to figure that out, like I said, I would go through your posts, see who's commenting on your stuff the most, who maybe you have the most conversations with, and start there. But, you want to have a broad enough range where it's like maybe like a 15 to 20 year age difference. But, but I wouldn't say like everybody's my customer, like you're not going to be everything to everybody. And I think that's the point of this avatar, because if you can really hone in, you may think in your head, well, I'm leaving all these people out, but really you're laser focusing on who your tribe is, like who you're trying to attract. And you're actually going to end up getting more people because you'll be speaking directly to those specific people. So what's their age? Like what's their demographic? Are they male? Are they female? I would pick one. Are they married? Are they single? Do they have children? If so, how many? What's the ages of their kids? Because talking to a mom with like a baby is a lot different than talking to a mom with like a preteen. It's just a different message. Maybe where do they live? Again, like, do they live in the United States? Do they live in Canada? Do they live in the UK? Do they, and you can have, like, if you have different markets, you can have different avatars. I mean, that would be if you are doing like page specific focused content on specific areas, which you can actually advertise to. But I would go with like a location, maybe it's the United States, but if you're talking to somebody in Georgia, it's going to be a lot different than talking to somebody in New York City. The messaging is just going to be completely different. So, if you want to focus on the South or you want to focus on the whole U.S., I mean, it's different, but, try to determine kind of where they live too, because again, like talking to somebody in New York is going to be completely different than talking to somebody in Atlanta. But then start to talk about, like, think about their goals and their values. So like maybe like, what are their goals? Are they, trying to get, to lose 100 pounds? Because that's a whole different ballgame than it is if you're talking to somebody who's just trying to tone up. What are their goals? Maybe financially, are they doing Dave Ramsey financial peace right now? Like, just think about like what their goals are and write it there. And like I said, I'll share this with you guys. And then what are their values? Do they value family? Do they value, are they Christians? Do they, just think about what they value in their life, and, write it there. And then when it comes to like sources of information, I hope you guys can see all this. So where are they coming? Like, where do they get their information from? Like, are they reading books? Are they reading specific magazines? Maybe this person is, really interested in home decor, so they're reading a lot of home decor magazines, or they're really interested in fashion, so maybe they're reading In Style, or maybe they're really interested in pop culture, so they're reading People magazine, or Field and Stream. I don't know, like men's magazine. Sorry, Dan, I'm I'm not up to speed on that, but what magazines are they reading? What blogs or websites do they visit? Like, this is really going to help you focus, because if they're reading mommy blogs, I mean, that is going to, like, you can go through a whole bunch of mommy blogs, see like what kind of content is in there, and really start to tailor your messaging around what they're reading. What conferences do they attend? Are they going to like personal development conferences? Are they going to design conferences? Like, who are their gurus? Do they love, I don't know. Do they love Oprah? Like, do they love Gary Vee? Like, who do they look up to? And then, any other kind of story, like what TV shows do they watch? What kinds of movies do they like to watch? And I think something that can help you, like attracts like. So I think a lot of times, and there's nothing wrong with this, and it's actually something that I've done. Like, I think back to myself before I started with Beachbody, and, what was going through my head? What were my goals? What were my values at that time? What was I reading? What was I doing? I was an avid crafter at the time. So I was reading a lot of craft blogs, and I was writing a craft blog, and I read a lot of home decor magazines. Like, those are all things that I'm interested in. So, that may be where you want to start. Like, take a look at yourself, because chances are, if you like it, other people like it, and then they'll be attracted to you because you have the same interests. And then you can think about like challenges and pain points. So by challenges, you want to think about what they're struggling with. So maybe they want to lose 20 pounds. Okay. So that's their challenge. They want to lose 20 pounds, or maybe they are really trying to get out of debt this year. And then when it comes to pain points, why are they struggling with that? Why do they have those challenges? Are they short on time? Do they maybe have a medical issue? Just what are those pain points? What is really like driving the reason behind why they have that challenge? And then the last part would be, I didn't do this middle section. We'll go to that. But like, what objections do you think that get it in your head? Like, what objections would this person have in the purchase process? So, is it a money thing? Is it a time thing? Is it, think about all the objections that you hear the most. And that way you'll know that ahead of time, this person's going to hit me up on price. So I need to really build up on the value of what they're going to get. And then what is their role in the purchase process? Like, is it like me when I started, my husband, like I had to talk to my husband. Actually, I didn't talk to my husband. I should have. I was supposed to talk to my husband before I purchased that challenge pack. But like, do they need to talk to their husband first, or they need to talk to their wife first? Or, like maybe their kids have an event coming up, so they have to wait until that, that big ticket item that they need to purchase is purchased. So just starting to kind of think through their thought process, what they like, what they don't like, where the challenges are, where the struggles are, what their objections might be, where they are in the purchase process, who they may have to consult before they can buy, can help you really target your messaging on social media to those specific people. Because if you know that they're going to raise an issue on price, maybe you should do a post about the value of, of what they're going to get. Or, if like for me, like I knew like my husband would kill me if I spent $140 on a challenge pack, maybe you write about that. If you know that they love Gary Vee because that's one of their gurus, maybe you post some of his videos or some of his quotes. It's really just figuring out who you're talking to, and then targeting literally all of your messaging to that specific person. Give them a name. Maybe it's Tara. Maybe it's Kristen. Maybe it's Bob. Like, what's their name? Who are they? Because every time you post, you're posting to Tara or Kristen or Bob. That is who you're talking to. So again, on the bottom, I missed that stuff. But what is their occupation? What do they do for a living? Do they work outside the home? Are they a working mom? Do they work from home? Are they a stay-at-home mom? What do they do? Are they a nurse? Are they a doctor? Are they a teacher? What is their annual income? Household income. Because that's going to be a big difference if we're talking to somebody with a $75,000 household income versus a $200,000 household income. It's going to change your messaging and how you talk to them. What level are they? The high school graduates, college graduates? Do they have a master's degree? They doctorate? What level of education do they have? Again, it's gonna change the way you speak to them. So I don't know. I thought this when I saw this and I heard this training, I was like kind of blown away. You always hear everybody talking about avatars, but really kind of sitting down and figuring all this stuff out. And I have some of this written out, but I want to really, really focus on this in the next month, so that I could, because I want to tailor all my social media to this person. I want to, like I said, I have a website. I'm starting to write blogs now. I'm going to start doing a funnel program, like all this stuff. So I want to make sure that everything is being, I'm speaking in person every single time. Trying to think. Does anyone have any questions? I know I covered a lot. I'm in the screen share. I'm trying to figure out there. Now he's not there. Did anyone have any questions about any of that stuff?
Sorry.
That's okay.
That was great. I love that avatar. Just because you are speaking to that one person with your stuff. So that's really, really, really good.
I think that a lot of people, and I've done it too, fall into the trap of trying to be everything to everybody. But we don't have to be everything to everybody. Talking to that one, even though it's one person, like in theory, your avatar, there's so many people like that out there that are going to see what you're posting. They're going to be naturally magnetically drawn to you. So it just makes a lot of sense.
I was looking at my notes to see.
Oh, I didn't even read the chat. So, okay. Yeah, let me talk. Actually, I wanted to talk about pictures. Thank you for reminding me of that, Amanda. So I use a program. I use a bunch of different programs, to be quite honest with you. But the one I use the most is called Canva. It is a web application. So it's just www.canva.com. And I'll just type it in here. Oops. I did Canva, sorry, canva.com, sorry. It's awesome. And I could do like a whole training on Canva, but it's super easy, super user-friendly. They give you templates to use, so you don't have to recreate the wheel every time. There's free images on there you can use. It's awesome. That's what I use all the time. But when it comes to my own pictures and my own editing, and I can show you guys some before and afters. So I'm going to post some links to some YouTube videos that I have recently watched in the last couple of months that have really kicked my pictures up a notch, between pictures of me, selfies, and also pictures of things that I take. I started using, when I take my food pictures, I went to Home Depot, and I got this from one of the YouTube videos. I went to Home Depot, and for $2.50, I bought this. Can you see it? It's like a piece of, it's fake granite. It's like a tile, but it's a piece of white granite. And so when I take my food pictures now, I put my plates on this white background, and it just makes everything look so much prettier. And then I edit it with my apps. So for the apps that I use, and again, you'll see all these listed in the videos links that I'll post to YouTube, but I use one called, Facetune I use it for a couple things. I use it for my selfies because I can clean things up. I can brighten things. I can make my eyes pop. But also Facetune allows you to whiten, so you can whiten your teeth. But also when I use my white background, I will use that to whiten the background even more, because I'm going to brighten it and I'm going to have this whiter background. It just makes the food pop more. And then I use another app, not as much, but it's called Snapseed. It gives you a lot of capabilities to brighten things, and you can actually select so let's just say I took a picture of my face, but this side kind of had a shadow to it. You can actually put this little thing on it, expand it however you want it to, and then you can brighten that one side of your face, or whatever you're taking a picture of. If there's a shadow, or if there's something you want to fix, you can laser focus on the one thing that you want to fix. That one's called Snapseed. And then my favorite app that I use It's called Visco. It's VSCO. This one, I don't know if you guys can see it, probably not. It's freaking awesome. There's all these different filters in there that you can use, and then it allows you to like brighten things and sharpen things and add more saturation. So I use that a lot for like pretty much every picture I use. For my selfies, I'll use Facetune to kind of like, don't over edit yourself, because people look like they don't have a nose. Like, I don't know if you've seen people that like edit their pictures so much that it looks like they have no nose on their face because they just like blur everything. It's terrible. It's bad, y'all. It's bad. So, I mean, I'll I'll gently take a little bit of the wrinkles out, or I'll make my eyes pop or something, and that's it in Facetune. And then I'll go into Visco and I'll put my filter on it and brighten it or whatever I need to do. And then the same thing with the food. I'll put it through Visco, I'll brighten everything, and then I go into this other app sometimes to make my food look even better. It's called Darkroom, and all this stuff will be in the YouTube links. But basically in Darkroom, you can like, I wish I could show you guys this. I wanted to do this on the video, but I told Natalie, I'm like, there's no way. You'll see it in the videos. But basically you could, with your food, like let's just say you have a picture of a salad and there's green lettuce, there's red tomatoes, and I don't know, purple onions or something in it. You can actually go in and pick the color that you want to bump up. Like I want to bump up everything that's red in this picture and just bump that up. So it doesn't make everything more saturated. It just makes certain colors more saturated. It's awesome. That one you have to pay for, but Visco's free. Facetune you have to pay for, but it's cheap. Darkroom is cheap too. Canva is free on the web, but they also have an app you can use too. But I usually use the web for all of mine. And those are like the big ones. Those are the 4 biggest ones that I use. But and then for quotes and stuff, I use one called Rana Design, but you really don't need to use that, especially if you're using Canva. You can just, I just use that when I need something on the fly and I need something fast. But I don't know. No nose. Seriously, Melissa.
That's hilarious.
There's this girl that I'm like not really friends with anymore, but I'm still like, I like to watch her on Facebook because her pictures crack me up because she like wipes like every picture of her. She just looks, sorry, I'm being so awful, rotten. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're a pretty girl. Like, why are you making your face look like a Barbie doll?
Oh God.
Sorry.
That's hilarious.
There's a couple apps that I'm just like, oh girl, no, don't use that anymore.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Over edited pictures, even food pictures. Sometimes I've posted a couple, and after I've posted, I'm like, oh man, that was way too saturated. That looks terrible, but whatever.
I wanted to add on to all of that because I know that some of us get, and Amanda and I were talking about this today, we get paralysis of what to post and we overanalyze things. I've been doing that a lot lately. Like I'm struggling with what to post every day. But then there are days that I'm like, I have all this great content, right? And you're creative and you have all this great stuff, but you can't post it all in one day. So if you can create like a file somewhere, whether it's an Excel sheet or Google Doc or something, and put it all there so that when you're stuck on what to post, you can go to that creative box or that creative sheet and grab that great post that you had and use it that day. Because again, sometimes we're like, oh, I have nothing to say. Like I just have nothing. So
I do that. I'll take even like most of the food pictures you guys see me post. I'm like, oh, I just had this for lunch. I didn't have that for lunch that day. I had it like a week ago. Like I say that I had it today, but no, I had something else that I probably took a picture of. But I like can all my food, and I'll go ahead and edit them so that they're ready to go. And then you can actually, if you use Instagram, you can actually load them into Instagram and then save them as a draft so that you can just post them later when you're ready to. So I've got like drafts of like all this food stuff that I have to, now they're still sitting in draft because I have to go back and find the recipe now. But so, but also, and I've mentioned this in previous calls, like what I do too is I have a group that is just me, and I called it Post to Schedule. And I'll go in there when I have like ideas and I'll write my posts and I'll even put the pictures in there. But it's just me in the group. And then when I don't know what to write, I'll just go in there. Literally, I just copy the picture to my phone, copy the copy, and then I just post it like on my page that day. And that helps a lot too. What was that? We have a rule of don't eat that. Oh, I have that too. Don't eat that until I get a pic. I'll rule in her house.
Yeah, and Shalene Johnson, this was a long time ago. I remember listening to something. I think Shonda Flowers said this. Like, when you have like your makeup done, you look good, right? Or you feel like you look good, or you're cute in an outfit or something. Kristen, stop laughing. Take lots of pictures that day. Change a top, put a different top on, maybe put the hair in a bun all of a sudden instead of a ponytail. And all of a sudden you have all these great pictures of yourself. So when you're like going, I look like total ASS today, I really don't want to put a Snapchat picture of myself, and I really don't want to put what I look like right now because I'm not feeling it. Grab one of those pictures when you were feeling good and use that, right? So don't always feel like you have to use exactly right this second is my picture. You know what I'm saying? So that's Shalene Johnson tip. Or have a photo shoot like Nicole said.
So what I'll post is there's an avatar worksheet for women. There's an avatar worksheet for men. And then I have to dig for them because I wasn't prepared, but I will find I think there's like one, I know there's definitely one, if not two, possibly even 3 YouTube videos. So none of them have to do with food, but that's where I heard about the whole white background and all that kind of stuff. You also always want to make sure you're using like natural light, like that's coming in from a window. You don't want too harsh of light, but something that's a little bit softer. It brightens your face. Like, I don't know if you've ever noticed, like, oh my gosh, my skin looks amazing in that picture. It's all lighting. It all depends on where you are. Like, that's why I do a lot of my live videos in the morning from my car, because I face a certain section in my parking garage and the lighting is awesome.
It's all lighting. Your face does not look that good. That's good. That's what it sounded like.
A lot of it's lighting. Any other questions?
Comments, questions? This is good.
Hey guys, super helpful, Jen. Oh my God, I loved it. And that avatar is like so detailed, I just can't even. And I've been sitting here the whole time trying to find the perfect picture to change my profile page to. So I'm also like the paralysis by analysis. I just need to move on already, but anyway, great stuff. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was good. And again, I think the more we think, the more we go into this like wheel of thinking. And then it's just like, oh, like, never mind, I'm not even posting. So we all fall into that. And going live is so scary for me. Yolanda, of all people, that just is crazy to me. Oh, you're muted.
It is scary. I mean, I literally sweat before I push go.
Where Yolanda talk? I muted you.
No, I was just saying it really is scary for me because it's like when I do it, I mean, then I like fumble. Like even now, I'm like, oh, blah, 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 blah. What am I supposed to be saying to everybody? Like I don't even know. And it's crazy because I'm a different person at work. But I was just telling somebody today, once I actually have to do something for myself, it's completely different. So scary.
I think the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. But it's still always a little scary. Like sometimes like this on the button, but just go on and talk about nothing. Like, be like Seinfeld. Like, people will still watch and they'll still love what you have to say.
It's more fun whenever there are bloopers. Like the other day, I was doing something and my tripod fell on the island, and there was like all this craziness, and I'm like, bloopers. You know, you gotta love bloopers, and people are more apt to relate to you versus if you're perfect doing something on Facebook Live. It's like, I couldn't do that. They're not gonna think that they can do what you do because you're so perfect on social media. So just being you is a lot more relatable than, I mean, not saying that you're not perfect, but you know.
The other day I went on and talked, and it was probably my most commented on live video, but I literally just went on and talked about a struggle I was having with my son because he's had some major behavior issues lately, and I've been really struggling, and I literally was asking people for advice because I don't know what to do. And I had more traction and more comments and people literally messaging me, reaching out to me, texting me about it. I couldn't even get over it because I shared something that I was very vulnerable about. And I don't know. I was shocked by the reaction. Shocked. It was helpful too. Now I got to go back and take notes on everything that everybody told me.
All right. That's awesome. Good stuff. Anybody else have anything to take away?
Thank you.
Everybody's going live tomorrow.
Do it.
Or, you can get with your best bud like Jen and I did and have a couple glasses of wine and go live and
For 40 minutes.
up to 1,000 views.
By the end of it, I started saying something about coaching, and I was like, no, I'm not going to talk about that. And I was like, yeah, talk about it. In my head, I was getting so drunk. I'm like, I just have to shut my mouth right now because I'm like,
I was like, you are? I didn't realize it.
I hit, all of a sudden, it just all hit me at one time, and I was like, oh, Lordy, I just got to get off this.
Ah.
I was fine up until that point.
All right. Again, before we get off, I made a couple announcements about number one summit. We're going to have a team get together, and Erica and Zoe are going to help me with finding a venue and having something, hopefully Wednesday evening, if you can get in that evening. And so we can just have lots of just, not one-on-one, but all of us on one, right? Time and hang out, and before all the crazy starts, the good crazy stuff starts. But also, what else?
Will there be a call next week?
Yes, because it's Tuesday, and I know you're leaving Wednesday. We're leaving Wednesday evening for the airport hotel. I know you're gonna laugh, but we will have a call. We will have a call next week. Not sure what it's gonna be yet, but one more thing. What else was it? Oh, another thing about social media, posting, and you guys know this, but it's hilarious. Posting people asking their opinion again, like just about something simple. Asked about people's coffee flavor, and I got like 150 responses about their color of coffee. I was like, really? Like, I couldn't keep up. It was like, I'm an A, I'm an B, I'm an F, or whatever. And I was like, so just like asking people's opinions. People love to share their opinions. So you can say, and I have this, like, again, I've been struggling with my posts. So my calendar now is like dumping ideas on different posts when I am struggling. And one of them is going to be like lip color. Here's my red lips and here's my nude lips. Which ones do you prefer? That sort of thing. These shoes, or this outfit, or this outfit, this hair. And then that kind of puts your post up on the algorithms of Facebook. So just asking people's opinions is another way to connect with your people. But that was just a side note. But okay. All right. So if you want your picture on our Facebook picture, then put it on, Janelle. There you are, beautiful girl. And Dan, there you are. You're in two different spots. Okay. And I see Erica and the kiddos in the back. Cute. All right, cool. All right, so do we want to do something fun, silly, just normal? What do we want to do? Silly? Or just be here? All right, on 3. 1, 2. Oh my gosh, what was that? What just happened to my hair? Okay, sorry. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, that was good. Oh. So cute. I was going to do a Gary V video at the beginning of our call because there's one that's a mic drop. I'm going to put it in our team page after I hang this up. But I was afraid the kids were going to listen. There's a lot of explicit content. It's only like 2.5 minutes long, but you guys, yeah, listen to it. Make sure your kids aren't around when you watch it, but it's really good. But Jen, thank you so much for sharing. It was really awesome. Thanks for stepping up and leading our call. And
once I get done with this training at the end of May, I definitely want to come back and fill you guys in. It's already awesome. We haven't even started yet. And I don't know. I'm excited about it.
If you guys don't follow Samantha Forrest, Her social media has exploded since she started this training that Jen's about to do. Denise, she's on, yeah, she is doing it. She's doing really well. So basically,
yes, Melissa, it is.
Yeah,
it's the KA group, otherwise known as the Kick, you know what group, KA.
But Samantha is just, I mean, I know she was coming through a pace put together for a while. Cool. She was coming from a place of struggle with her business, and now she's just like, I'm good. Like, my business is, and her social media is amazing. I mean, it doesn't hurt that her transformation is amazing too. Like, insane. But follow her, see what she's doing, and Jen too, with her social media, and you know, sky's the limit. We've got a lot of amazing things coming up soon. Obviously, international should be announced next month.
Hold on. I can tell you. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. It's Curtis. Hold on. Crap. I have so many notifications. Gilbreth, Gilbreth. He does if I don't know if anyone's done any of the what are they called? The diamond trainings, Natalie, that you and I did. Remember that first, what was it? Not TD, but something diamond.
81.
81, yes. Curtis is who that guy partnered up with. He does Who Knows a Guy Fitness, and it started off, I think, as just him hosting and helping people put their Beachbody websites together, but now it's evolved into much, much more than that. So, oh, Erica, awesome.
Yeah, she was asking about the social, the one, I can't remember what it's called now. Social
Team Builder?
What is it?
Social Team Builder? From last year? The Facebook training that we did?
No, it's a different one. And it's funny because Linda and I had a call tonight, and she's actually doing that one. I can't remember. It's not that. Hold on. I wrote it down. So she's having success with that too. So again, it's just finding the one that's going to work for you. Again, it's just, sorry, I can't find it, but it's another social media training, but it's not the Jessie Reagan one. It was something different. All right. Okay. All right. So it's almost at 9. So thank you guys for getting on tonight. We will have another team call next week. And if you have any specific topics you want to talk about or anything in particular, post in the team page or message me or whatever. If you want to lead a call, obviously that's always the option. You can do that too, because we're all leaders here. We all have something to offer. So feel free to do that. But otherwise, have an amazing week. We have a lot of time left in the month to make your goals happen. Hi, little ones, all the little ones. All right. Have an amazing week, you guys, and love you, and see you next time.